Shalom page, JSLI, UJUC, and Rabbi Stephen Blaine's page. So again, thank you for joining. Please type in the chat so I know you're here. I could say good evening. Hope everybody is well. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're staying warm wherever you are. And again, we're about to begin our Tuesday Maariv service. I'm Rabbi Karen, and I'm happy to be here with you. So, if anybody has anything to say, I'd love to hear from you. And we are getting ready in about 20 seconds. Okay, I have a whole bunch of people saying hi. So it's scrolling quickly, so I'm just going to say hi to everybody. Thank you for typing in. And let's get ready to begin. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. And now we're called to praise. Baruch hu et Adonai hamivorach. Baruch Adonai hamvarach leolam vaed. Praise Adonai to whom praise is due. Forever praise be to Adonai, whom praise is due, now and forever. Maariv Aravim. Physical evidence of Adonai's gift to us. The miracle of separating light from dark and dark from light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma potech she'arim, uvidguna mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et kochavim b'mishroteim barakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshek v'choshek mipnei or, umavdil bein yom uvein layla, umavdil bein yom uvein layla, Adonai Savod Shemo, Echad v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu li'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who brings on twilight. Ziona, I'm glad your mom is getting the vaccine tomorrow. I'm here in South Florida, and they lowered the age down here for phase 1 to 65 years old. So I just squeaked in. And I try to find humor in everything. So you've got seniors going here, there, and here, and trying to go all different places. They're traveling from where I am 2 hours away to Palm Beach, to Miami to get the shots. You're making reservations online. You have younger kids and grandkids making reservations for their parents and grandparents. The supermarket now has reservations, so within the first 3 minutes it's online, all the reservations are taken. I mean, it's amazing, and yet people are getting them. I had my shot, and I'm waiting for the second one now. The pain I had was no more than the flu shot. Couldn't raise my arm above here. So, I say Shechechianu. I'm thankful for these opportunities. Thankful for the science to bring this forward. If people choose not to take the vaccine, that's a personal choice. And I wish everybody just good health, and we'll go on from there. Okay. Everlasting love you offer your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. And now the prayer that says in one sentence who we are, what we're about. The prayer that says we are not asking for anything, but we are proclaiming the glory. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom, forever and ever. V'ahavta, and you shall love. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher nochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha. V'shenantam levanecha v'dibarta bam. V'shivtecha b'veitecha u'vleftecha v'aderech u'shaf b'hav kamecha. U'shartam la'oda yadecha v'hayu l'totefot b'neinecha u'v'tatam al mezuzot beitecha v'sharecha. V'man tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Asher chotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. And now, as Miriam and the women went through the parting of the Red Sea, they sang, Mi chamocha ba'alim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nola tehilot, oseh feleh. Who is like you, O God, amongst the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried, Adonai will reign forever and ever. And thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praise to you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, ve'acham yireinu malkeinu l'chaim, ufrosh aleinu sukat shlomecha. Adonai, please help us in troubled times. Please take the hate that has filled some hearts and replace it with love and compassion. Please continue to bless this country. May we remain a great nation and a nation that is there to help all other nations of this world. Please bless all those who are there for us, those who help put food on the table, those who are there to heal our bodies, and those who are there to guard our bodies and souls. Adonai, please bless all those who work behind the scenes to help them as they help us. Adonai, please continue to give the doctors and scientists the wisdom and the knowledge and the courage to work on eradicating this disease. And we thank you for this vaccination. And may there be enough for all those in this world so we may start to eradicate this disease. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who spreads your shelter of peace over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Yitgadal v'yitgadal shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad yivrach Yerutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yo Omechon u'chayedecha beit Yisrael, bagala bagala uvizman kariv v'yimeru amen. Yesh me'rabah mevorach le'olam le'omei amaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yiroman v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei Gudusha Brichu Leila Mecho Bechata V'Shira Ta Tush Bechata V'Nechemata Dami Rabbi Alma V'Yimeru Amen. And now our standing prayer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imaot, U'Mevi Gula Livnei V'Nehem, L'man Shemo Ba'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Atagi Bali Alam Adonai, Mechaye Hakol Atarav Hoshia, Mechake Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Rabbi, Somech Noflim Verovei Holim, Umatir Asurim, Kayem Emunato, Lishene Yafaha, Micha Mocha Bal Givuro, Umido Melach, Melech Memi, Kayem, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Beneman Atala Hahayot Akol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechaye Hakol. First of all, good evening to all the people who have been signing in and saying hi. Shalom to all of you, Erev Tov. Thank you for being here. I am so happy that we could share this evening together. This week's Torah portion is Beshelach. And in this Torah portion, you have the children of Israel leaving Egypt quickly. The Pharaoh lets them out. Pharaoh changes his mind. Adonai creates a pillar of fire to prevent the horse and chariots from reaching the children of Israel. They get as far as the ocean, and Adonai creates the miracle of parting the Red Sea that we just sang about with Miriam and the women. And they get through, and when the last has gotten to the end, the pillar of fire disappears. The horses and chariots go through. And suddenly the Red Sea closes up on them. You also have the children of Israel then cry they're going to starve. They're going to die of thirst. Moses strikes a rock and water flows from it. Then Adonai takes the bitter waters and turns them into sweet water. In the desert, they're in the desert for a few months, and they start crying that they're going to starve in the desert. And Adonai promises them a bread-like substance every morning in the morning dew, called manna. And everybody is to take a portion, one portion for each person for the day. And in the evening there will be meat. There were quails for them to eat. And they only take one portion per person. They must finish it. If they take two, it suddenly rotted before they could eat it. But on Friday they were commanded to take two, because there would be none for Shabbat. And people who didn't believe it went hungry. Well, I'm thinking about these children of Israel. And they really were children. You ever see children that nothing is ever good enough? They're always whining and crying. They want, they want, they want. That's what these adults remind me of. Nothing was ever good enough. They were released from bondage. They got through the Red Sea. Water was provided. Food was provided. And yet they still complained. You know, now the expression, some people have the glass half full and some see a glass half empty. Some people don't even have a glass. And that's the way I envision these children of Israel. They just whined and they moaned and complained to the point where Adonai kept them in the desert for almost 40 years. So that these children of Israel basically died out. The only originals were Joshua and Moses never went into Israel. And so, who did go were the newborn children that grew up free and in the desert. But what do we get from this? Well, sometimes we just have to stop and appreciate what we have. Sometimes it's not easy. like during this time of COVID. But we have food. We have the ability to get food. If you can't go to the store, you can have it delivered. People are going for neighbors. People are making phone calls. I know we've been having driveway parties where we get a few couples to sit socially distant with masks. We just sit out and talk, just to have some interaction. So it is important to look at the glass half full, especially if you're a person that doesn't even have a glass. Okay, let's see. Be more when we do the Mishabera prayer, which is going to be any moment. Please remind me of your parents' names. And now let's take a few minutes to listen to the prayers within our hearts and in our souls. Oh, say shalom bimrumav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oh, say shalom bimrumav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ellen Friedman, I am going to assume those are names for the Mishabera prayer, which we're going to begin. So please type in the names of all those that need our healing thoughts and prayers. Janet, Jordan, Dorothy, Bernard, Tandler, Bamir, would you please type in your parents' names again? Ellen Rose's cat Tiki. Wait a few more moments for those names to be typed in. One of our congregants, Beth. Pete, who was on a ventilator. Francis Johnson. Lori Bot Selma, Bruce Ben Selma, Nathan Ben Sylvia. Okay, I'm going to begin. Mishe Be'era Avotenu V'chol Habraha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Eric, Ben, Maggie, Marlene, Bat Chaya, Senator Leahy, Ziona's brothers, colleagues, Miss Cyrus, Miss Edwards, Miss Mendoza and the Gibbons family, Jared Ben Hiram, Ziona's mother's assisted living. Mishe Be'rachimotenu V'chol Habraha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Aleinu l'shabeach Adon hakol, v'ateit gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kikoyeh haratzot, v'lo samanu kimishpachot hadama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kilchol hamanam, anachnu korim ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלוכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמן והיה אדוני למלך הכורת ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. We recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at the season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise Adonai and pray for the coming of Adonai's kingdom. And if you have somebody's name who we wish to remember, please type it in. And I want to mention Larry King. Ellen Rose wants to mention or remember all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Richard Orr, all who died from COVID. Okay. Catherine Bat-Luli, Tommy Raskin, and it's Scruffy's Yurtzeit. Selma Bat-Ida. Kathy Maureen Glenn, Rabbi Mendy, Helene, Henry, Mildred, Rose, and Art. The victims of violence, Benjamin, Ben, Rachel. Okay. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabba v'yamad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael b'galav zman kariv yimru amen Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam amei amaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shemei d'hudusha b'richu le'elam mikol b'chata v'shirata Tushbachata v'nechemata, Damiram yalma v'yimru amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim oleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mrumav, hu ya'aseh shalom, oleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. And may all those who are in mourning be comforted by the one who comforts all. Another Tuesday wrapped up. Been great to be with you. We're here Monday through Friday. Rabbi Galit, Rabbi Nancy, myself, Rabbi Deborah, Rabbi Judy, and of course Rabbi Stephen Blaine. If you go into our jsli.net page, you're going to see we have several programs. We are starting to look at fall enrollment for the J-LEAP program, the pre-rabbinic program, where it's ongoing now, but we're discussing already for our next semester. So if you are interested in it, contact Carol Blaine and she'll get you all the information on it. I think it's a great program. We're having a very good time and we'd love to see more people enroll in it for next fall. So look at J-LEAP and thank you all. Be safe, be warm, be healthy. And if you're going to get the vaccine, don't worry about it. Recite a Shechachayanu, a prayer of thanks. Take care all, and an Erev Tov.